When you're designing your website or you're designing a marketing campaign or anything for your business, it's really helpful to have some guidelines in place so that you stay on brand, so that everything looks cohesive and professional, and you're not distracted by shiny objects or whatever your competitors are doing. Because if your aesthetic is scattered and your website palette goes on this journey from like earth tones and smoke to like hot pink and yellow, it's going to get weird. And what's worse is that it's going to be distracting for your viewers. So today we're going to talk about how to build yourself a brand mood board. So first, you're going to look at all the descriptive words in your brand lexicon and at all the design elements that you wrote down and start a board. This can be a physical poster board or a Photoshop file or Canva or whatever is easiest for you. Don't worry about making it perfect. Just sit down for a few hours or so and start layering images and colors and textures and ideas and actions and expressions and emotions and anything that evokes the vibe of your business. And once you've got that fleshed out, walk away from it. Do something else, run an errand, but take a break. Maybe take a break for a few days and then come back to it. And this time, consider the perspective of your ideal audience. What are they looking for in your business? What is their need? Is it freedom, self-expression, luxury, belonging? Keep their need in mind and now add any images that feel inspiring, and also subtract anything in your current board that's probably not going to resonate with your ideal client. So for example, I had a colleague who was a career coach, and her ideal clients were recent college grads. These are like ambitious young women and men trying to enter the workforce. And she was trying to design her logo, and she loved the story of the lotus flower, like coming up from the mud and becoming this stunning blossom. And she was thinking about using it for her logo. And I asked her to consider it from her ideal client's perspective, like if that logo would really resonate with them. And she decided that while some of them might be attracted to it, others might associate it with something more metaphysical or spiritual, and it might not resonate with all of her ideal clients. Most of her clients were just leaving academia and wanted a coach that felt similarly academic and familiar. Now, if she was specifically wanting to target young men and women interested in pursuing a career in self-development or spirituality, that would be right on brand for her. But her ideal audience was a little more broad than that, and she wanted to connect to their ambition and their drive and not necessarily their faith. So in a brainstorming session, we came up with this idea of a geode as her logo. That still conveys that message of like hidden talents and potential, but it's more accessible to a broader audience because it doesn't create unwanted associations, It's got a little bit more of like a science vibe to it. So she used the image of the geode and worked that into the palette and into the imagery on her website and even into the background behind her in her video calls. She made everything cohesive. And I'm not saying that you got to throw a gemstone on every page of your website, but I'm just saying, just make sure that the imagery that you're using really resonates with your ideal audience and that it's consistent across your platforms. Okay, great work this week and lots to explore, lots to create. So head to your assignment and enjoy the process.